It's Dr. Matey. Hope you're having a great morning. I'm up here on the shores of Lake Erie. Right behind me is Presque Isle Bay and then the peninsula, Presque Isle State Park. And you go across the lake 20 miles, that's Canada over there. All those Canadians. Oh man, what are we going to do with all those boys up there in Canada? Well, it's come to my attention that Joe Biden is not fulfilling his duties as president because he hasn't closed the border yet. There's a spot where Panama connects with the nation of Colombia. And I forget what they call the passageway there, but it's dangerous, muddy, filled with bugs, mosquitoes, and all kinds of creatures, and the heat and the humidity will just knock you down. But they're expecting 1 million people by the end of the year to cross that little isthmus into Central America and make their way up to the U.S. border. If I were Biden, I'd close the border off, shut it down completely. Wouldn't let anybody through. They let people through. You take an iris scan, get their fingerprints, and get their DNA. At least we have the ability to know who these people are by the biometric and DNA data. We got a crime exploding all over the country in these big Democrat cities and going haywire. And it's bad. How about the congressman who just got carjacked by 3 young brothers? He didn't get hurt, but it must have been a heck of an experience, Then there was a Philadelphia-based writer who used to mock people who were, talking about all the crime in the big cities. Well, he got murdered in his own home here in the past couple of days. Somebody broke in. They did a home invasion and shot him dead. I don't know what people are thinking. That, you can't keep people in jail. They get free bond. They just walk, commit a crime and walk. And I don't know what they're trying to accomplish by that. Because it's not equitable. Because a lot of the offenders are minorities. In fact, in New York City, 95% of the murders there in the city were done by minorities. Now, it's terrible to have to bring those kind of facts to your attention, but, you can't argue with the facts. And these are based on statistics provided by the FBI and the local law enforcement in these big cities. Chicago's a mess. Governor Pritzker there, the billionaire governor, is pressuring Biden to recompensate or recompense them for having to take in all these migrants. We've had over 8 million, probably close to 10 million migrants across our southern border since Biden took office. Is Biden a lame brain, or is he just an idiot? I can't figure that out. Whatever it is, he's shot physically and mentally, and he won't even make it to the end of this term. He'll either stroke out, fall, and break his hip, or, who knows. But, like I say, he can barely walk across the lawn to go to his Marine One helicopter. Pretty soon they'll be wheeling him around in a wheelchair. Just like FDR. Well, little babies, that's all I know right now. But it's really bad here in the country. The price, everything's skyrocketed. Food's doubled in price. Gas is now $4.80 a gallon where I am. $7 in California. $7.50 down in the Miami area. Who knows what it is in Chicago. But it's really bad. And I just I'm having a hard time keeping up. And it's not like I have a lot of money either. So all these price hikes, they impact me directly. And it hurts. Like it's hurting everybody else. There's no way I could afford a home, you know. Average price of a home is like close to $400,000 right now. Now, with the interest rates at close to 8%, that's what you're going to get from your mortgage lender, and that's if you have perfect credit. The payments would be huge. Way more than I'm making a month anyway. And, whenever I buy a car, I always buy a used car. Take it down to the mechanic, get it inspected. I either will buy it or drop it back saying, I'm not interested. It needs too much work. But I don't see how people can afford to buy a new car these days. These idiots buying electric cars. How stupid are they? They purchase an electric car for $65,000, drive it for a year, decide it's not for them, then put it on the market for $25,000. They lost $40,000 in a year. These gas cars are so convenient. Just fill it up and on the way you go. You don't have to monkey around with charging stations and all that kind of crap. I believe the future of vehicles are going to be the hybrids, where you have a gasoline engine or a diesel engine that powers a battery that gives you extra miles. So when you get low on gas, you just turn it over to all electric. Then you get another 200 miles, 250 miles, whatever the range is of the battery. And then you're good to go. But this whole conversion to electric cars it's stupid. And the government's forcing it down your throat. Now, how are people of modest means going to be able to afford an electric car? The installation of a charging station at their home, probably $2,000. It's just so out of whack. And I'm mad because it really ticks me off. Well, yeah, I'm just going to give you a little view of what I see from up here on my perch. Pretty nice. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be 80 degrees today. And perfect weather for the beginning of October. All right, little babies. I love you. Bye-bye.